In this video, I share with you my recent struggle in Pokemon, why it was so difficult for me mentally, and how that struggle translates into your success. I'm Kakashi with Kanto Capital. Thank you as always for watching. You can help support the channel for free just by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. So this is something that I've never shared publicly before. I had a big struggle recently, and it's about my financial position in Pokemon cards. I want you guys to know that I'm not really any different than you. I'm human, just like you, and I struggle just like you. And I wanted to share this story with you. Here's what happened. It's about the set Cosmic Eclipse. We've been talking about Cosmic Eclipse pretty much since this channel started. Recently, Cosmic Eclipse booster boxes have finally climbed over $400 a booster box, and now everyone is loving Cosmic Eclipse. But here's the thing. It wasn't always like that. Almost no one was talking about Cosmic Eclipse 6 months ago. And I'm not kidding. If you look back, you'll barely see anyone mentioning Cosmic Eclipse on YouTube. While everyone's attention was on Unbroken Bonds and Team Up and Ultra Prism, I thought Cosmic Eclipse just stood out so much. I believed in it so much that I was scooping up every deal I could on Cosmic Eclipse. I talked about it multiple times on this channel, and if you dig around on YouTube, you'll see barely anyone was talking about this set until very recently. Somehow for over a year, Cosmic Eclipse was not on anyone's radar. I actually couldn't believe no one was talking about this set. And I kept buying any time a deal would show up, just thinking how cheap this set was, especially in comparison to other sets. Because while Cosmic Eclipse was about $100 a booster box or so, Team Up were pushing $400 a box. And I thought to myself, Team Up is a good set, but there's no way it's 4 times better than Cosmic Eclipse. If you want to tell me it's better, sure, I can believe that if you think it's better, but not 4 times the price better. Think about that. That means for the price of 1 booster box of Unbroken Bonds or Ultra Prism, you could buy 4 boxes of Cosmic Eclipse. I thought that was crazy. But here's where things get difficult. It sounds like an easy choice now, but it wasn't back then. I began to question myself because even though I saw a great set and really fantastic value, the price would not move. Like, was I just being dumb and was I like the only idiot who likes this set? It was all about Unbroken Bonds and Team Up and Hidden Fates, of course. These sets were all increasing in value. Everyone was talking about those sets, but nobody seemed to care about Cosmic Eclipse. I even heard people talk more about Unified Minds and Ultra Prism than Cosmic Eclipse. I just couldn't believe it. I'd see top lists, and Cosmic Eclipse either wouldn't even make the list or would be near the bottom, and the only reason it would be listed is because it would be a top 10, let's say, Sun and Moon list, and there's only 12 sets in Sun and Moon, so if it's a top 10 list, you pretty much have to include almost every set in the list. So Cosmic Eclipse would just show up as a consolation. That's how sad it was. But think about it. How does a set with Charizard and Blastoise and Pikachu and Piplup and Mimikyu, all of these great cards, how does a set like this just fall off the radar? Like, seriously, does no one see this at all? And the artwork in the set, wow, I just thought the artwork on this set was spectacular. To me, it just stood out so much. And in my mind, it just checked all the boxes of something that collectors should want. And don't get me wrong, the other sets have great art too, but in my mind, just the sheer volume of quality art in Cosmic Eclipse blew me away from top to bottom. I felt the artwork in Cosmic Eclipse was just on another level. And let's talk about that Charizard card. The Unbroken Bonds Charizard card, I know it has a Reshiram on it, but I just could not understand how people were going crazy for the Unbroken Bonds Charizard, but no one seemed to care about the Cosmic Eclipse one. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I prefer the artwork of the Cosmic Eclipse Charizard over the Unbroken Bonds. On Cosmic Eclipse, I like that the Charizard gets more of an action pose, and because Braixen, I still don't know how to say his name, but I like how he gets a prominent feature on the card because he's a little bit smaller, and I think he meshes together better with Charizard in the artwork. And here's the thing, I seriously began to doubt myself because no one cared about this set for the longest time. I felt like it was just me and a few of the commenters on this channel, and props to you guys from the early days of this channel, but it was just me and a few people commenting about this set because no one was talking about Cosmic Eclipse back then. I couldn't believe how slept on this set was, but that's what also made buying it and holding it so difficult. And hitting that buy button, it hurts and it's difficult every single time. Ignoring the crowd and buying something that no one else cares about is incredibly hard. While everything else goes up in price, that Cosmic Eclipse booster box price, it just sits there like a Snorlax blocking the road, blocking your path. It's so frustrating. But here's the secret sauce. That same frustration, that same pain is also a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise because that's when you can buy. That's when you find the crazy deals because no one else wants it. And it's when no one cares that you find the best prices. It's when you question yourself, that's where the most opportunity is. And so while I filled out my position and bought any cards where I could find a good deal, it ended up giving me plenty of time to buy. That time when no one cared about Cosmic Eclipse, when no one was talking about it, it was difficult, but it really was a blessing. And now, finally, Cosmic Eclipse is finally rising with the other sets, and it's selling for again over $400. Even with the reprint rumors that are floating around recently, people are still really at least appreciating Cosmic Eclipse. Finally. And just speaking for me personally, I'd much rather get 4 booster boxes of Cosmic Eclipse, but it was just so hard to do at that time because everyone was talking about any other set except Cosmic Eclipse. It made me question my decision so many times, but I stuck with it and I did what I believed in and I just kept buying. And it would have been so easy to do something else. And if you want something, sure, go ahead and buy it. Get it because you see value and it's something that you'll be happy with. But don't just buy because you're afraid that you're going to miss out on the hype. Don't FOMO because it would have been really easy for me to do that. And that's what's so difficult. That's what was so difficult about me buying Cosmic Eclipse at that time, is because it felt like no one else agreed. The market did not seem to agree with me. And this is why I'll tell you, collect what you enjoy, collect what you like, because in the end, it's going to be the collectors who determine the values. It will be the collectors who determine the long-term demand. And it's going to be the collectors who is going to pay you record prices and want to add these items into their collections a decade from now. And who knows, maybe long-term this will be the wrong choice, or maybe I just got lucky, I don't know. No one knows for sure. But if anything, this shows that having that strong belief in your own decisions can really pay off. Because you have to remember that by the time some big influencer or YouTuber tells you about a set, half the time, you're already too late. The price might have already spiked up. And maybe you'll end up being the one buying at the very top. If you want to make money in Pokemon, and you want to see real profit, you gotta believe when no one else will. You have to believe while everyone's attention is somewhere else. You have to believe even if people talk down your investment that you really believe in. Because if no one else believes and eyes are everywhere else, you are probably buying near the bottom. When no one else believes, you get the market all to yourself. And most importantly, you have to believe in yourself and your decisions when no one else will. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. I'm Kakashi with Kanto Capital.